First things first, Brendan. Who are you and what have you done with the real Brendan Dolan? Because you came flying out the traps there and we've not seen you play that quickly before.
No, definitely not. I'm a wee bit in the middle of changing my throw. I know there's certain times I need to be methodical and straight, and that's mostly when I'm finishing on a double, especially when I have 3 darts. I know I can line up any double and pin it first dart. But I feel when I'm in the middle of a throw, possibly when I'm practicing, I'm massive hitting 180s, and people label me as not a big 180 hitter, which is true, because I haven't done it on stage. I haven't. And I'm working on why is that. And I just feel that when I'm practicing, I'm more comfortable, relaxed, and I don't stop when I'm on stage and look and stare. Whereas that's what I'm trying to get rid of, the look and the stare. That I need when I'm at the doubles, but I don't need when I'm scoring. And I just have to change my throw a wee bit. And it's not about throwing too quick, but it's about getting the rhythm of the first dart right. Because this last couple of years I've improved in my throw, but it's improved because my second and third dart's been very good because of the rhythm. But my first dart I have to get right.
Quite a big change to make to your game when you've played in a certain way for years and years and years, particularly coming into the biggest tournament of the world, the William Hill World Championship.
It is, but it's not, because when I practice, I play like that without thinking. Like, and people go, "You're not slow." You're not slow, like, and you just, and I go, no, I'm slow. Everybody tells me I'm slow. I am slow. I am a slow thrower, but no, I'm slow in the way I walk up to the board, the way I come back, and no one will ever force me to do anything different. But in my actions, I do believe that I should do what I do in practice, because if I'm smashing at 180s in practice, why not on stage?
Absolutely. Well, you played brilliantly in the first set, but Edward did miss a little chance to go 2-1 up. That could have got a little bit hairy, that one.
It could have got very sticky. I suppose I'm lucky that Edward doesn't have the stage experience, and probably that got me through. To be honest, I think he's a brilliant dart player. I think he should push on and maybe go to Q school and maybe try and further himself, because he will become a better player when you play against better players. And I think the young lad has potential. But I possibly felt too comfortable up there. I think I drifted in and out. My focus probably wasn't great. I came out determined. I am one for preaching that I tell other my friends and my mates that get out strong and put them under pressure. But I switched off after I'd done that, and I'm disappointed in that myself. But I can make amends. I can change things. So I'm thankful of that.
Well, there's no room for any of that when you're taking on the second favourite for the title in your next game, Gerwyn Price. A man you have beaten on big stages as well on the European Tour, but this is a different kettle of fish, isn't it?
Different kettle of fish, but every game's different. It doesn't matter how many times he's beat me or how many times I've beat him. I think it's probably even-ish. You know, I don't know, maybe in his favour, I don't know, but I know I can beat him. And if I have the right attitude, and if I get the tempo of the first dart, which I haven't done against him before, I know I can beat anyone. The problem is, if I bring my practice game to the stage, no one will frighten me. No one will even compete.
So we need Brendan. Enjoy Christmas.
Thank you very much, Dan.
Brendan, just touching on the Gezi clash up next.
Yes, Rob.
Did you watch his performance last night? And do you think?
Oh, I did.
Do you think he's there to be got at? He looked slightly rusty.
No, I don't, because it's about winning, and Gerwyn won, and Gerwyn's a fighter, and when he's playing bad, he knows how to fight. But I think I know how to fight as well. So I expect the two of us to come out better, and but if I play to my full potential, my belief is I will beat him. But it's no disrespect to Gerwyn. I think he's probably been the best performing player over the 12 months, over the whole 12 months, not just for one tournament here or there. I think he's played this year the best performance, and I think he probably the number one player coming into this. Obviously not in the rankings, but every game is different, so I know I can beat him. I have done, I don't know if I could do it again, but I don't want to disrespect. I totally think he's amazing in what he's done, but I'm going after him.
In the build-up to the William Hill World Darts Championship, no one really knew who Edward Foulkes was. Mentally, were you preparing to play Mike DeDecker subconsciously?
Well, it was about, 4 or 5 days ago that I knew the result, so probably subliminally in my mind I probably was thinking of Mike, but as far as I'm concerned, it's about me and not anyone else. I was thinking that it was another person, a professional person that has been on the circuit, knows the score, would feel more comfortable, but Edward beat him, and he beat him with some brilliant finishing, and I realised that, and I thought possibly that's why I came out of the traps, that I need to stamp a mark on the game, whereas I thought Mike was trying to build himself into the game, hence he was in a lot of trouble before he felt free to throw some good darts, hence I didn't want to do that, but then I fell asleep and let Edward back in, but lucky enough, my stage experience and probably at the crucial moments, Edward missed, and I was able to step in and take the opportunities.
You touched on there with Dan, it's been a good year. You're now on the cusp of the top 32 again. Is that the next one to tick off to get back into that top 32?
I suppose technically I was in top 32 before this started, but obviously I'm defending the quarterfinals of 2 years ago, which obviously sends me way back out. But for me, it's about preparing right, winning games, and eventually winning tournaments. And my object is to win the World Championship. Everybody else is going to laugh at me. Fair enough, I don't care. I'm here to win. I'm trying to change things with my throw to make it better, because I know in practice I'd win 10 World Championships. But it's not about practice, it's about the pressure, handling it on stage, everything else, handling what your opponent throws at you. And it's about mental strength. And for me, I am prepared to go all the way.
Brendan, congratulations always. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Phil.
Brendan, just going back to the changes we've seen into tonight in particular, how long had that been in the works? Is that something you thought about in previous tournaments?
I suppose, to be honest, kind of coming up to the World Cup, I was thinking of, when possibly half did and didn't. Obviously after that there, me and Dara lost first game, very disappointing, but we felt good together, we felt comfortable, so we got beat first round, but we felt we've made a lot of progress. That may seem very strange to everybody else, but I think, I believe that when I came over to England then to play in the tournaments, I felt, there was the World Grand Slam qualifier, and I felt I'll just push it a wee bit, when I first start. Not sure how I was going to throw it, and I haven't got it right, perfect, but I know I'm better at it. And obviously I lost to Dave Chisnell in the qualifier. I missed one dart at double 12 to go and play in it, so with a bit of luck things could have been different. I had a great winter series then after, playing, obviously what you would say quicker, but it's more about, for me, getting the tempo right for me. When I pick the dart out of my hand to throwing, it's not about racing up to the board and chucking them for no good reason. But because I try that, maybe at times in the middle of the game I do that. And possibly in the second set I was throwing for the sake of speed rather than, it's just because I'm not used to it. And it's probably wrong to be changing things, but I do believe it's the right way to go, and I know I'm going to be a better player for it. You know, if I have it timed right in the next round, I'll be winning. That's what I believe.
And you mentioned the £50,000 ranking minute you're defending this year from 2 years ago. Is that pressure or?
It's not pressure, because in the last 2 years I've done well enough that I'm not losing my tour card. Like 2 years ago I was on the verge of losing my tour card. So it's no pressure. It's a gift. It's a chance. And for me, I know that with the right mental attitude and preparation, I can go a long way in this tournament. Unfortunately, with the pandemic and everything, it's mentally a torture for players that can't get home. I possibly could get home, but I may not get back because rules could change. So I have to deliberate over that over the next 6-8 hours and decide what I'm going to do. And to be honest, I could only see that I can't risk it.